welcome to another episode of All Hands on Deck. I'm Katherine McBean. Thank you for joining me today. I kind of want to apologise for not being around too much. I have been on a sabbatical, taken some time out. Body was completely depleted, and it took 2 bouts of kind of like a flu type thing and a double ear infection for me to start to realise, okay, your body's telling you something, you need to take a break. So I have been, and I've been giving myself the grace of time and space. I've been focusing on my health as a priority. I feel wonderful. It's been the best thing I could have done for myself right now. So that's why I'm kind of not apologising in a way, because I think more of us could do with not seeking permission to stop. I think a lot of us do that. I think particularly women, not being sexist, but genuinely believe we aren't particularly good at stopping and saying, hey, I need a break, I need time out. And I'd encourage any of you who are feeling a bit depleted, who are feeling overwhelmed, who are feeling anxious, or just physically exhausted or mentally exhausted, to take a break, to take some time out. I'm lucky emotionally. I've kind of stayed solid. I didn't really have a problem on that side, but physically, yeah, it really started to hit me and kick me hard. So taking a breather was the best thing I ever did. Walking away from my phone, from social media, from screens for a bit was just invigorating. It's been wonderful. It's something that I'm going to take moving forward. You know, it didn't take me long to realise that what I used to spend half an hour trawling through, I can actually gather that information in 5 minutes. I don't need to be on there for half an hour. And I've discovered, again, life outside of all this stuff, which is wonderful, which is invigorating, what needs to happen. It's very easy to become obsessed with this awakening stuff. It's very easy to do that. And it is a massive part of where we are as a species, don't get me wrong. But it's also important that we stop and we smell the roses and we take the time out to enjoy the world around us and the people around us and those we love. For many of us, we're kind of isolated from a lot of society. But there's ways and means to sort that. I've, with some earnest now, reached out to the community to set up a hub in the local area, PHA hub, PFFA hub, and start getting things moving, because 2024 is going to feel brutal for many. We've known this. None of this is surprising. We knew that it would start to feel a bit darker towards the end of this year, which it has. Something I've learned more so over the last few weeks is very much about my energies. And whilst I've known this for a long time, it was about taking the time to put it into practice. So I have to make sure my frequency and my vibration is running nice and high, because it does impact on those around us. And if every single person could focus on their own energies, just imagine how healing that would be for the world if we focused on putting out what we want to receive back, as well as what we want to give others. And it sounds a little bit woo-woo, but it actually makes a massive difference to my happiness and contentment levels. And I'm convinced it would do the same for others. And there's lots of different techniques with which to achieve that level of contentment, that happiness, that feeling of stability and balance, and all those things that I think seem out of whack at the moment, seem very out of whack. It's been hard looking at a lot of the imagery that we see out there, be it the children in Gaza, whether it be children in Yemen, whether it be knowing there's people suffering from these things, and really struggling. That can be very weighty. That vibration, that frequency is really, really low. And we need to be able to counter that and raise it. I know it might sound like it's a bit flimsy, but there is so much truth in it. There is so much genuine, authentic truth to raising your vibration. And I feel better as a result, because I can see the impact I have on other people. In line with this, I've started the Awakening Conversation, my little organisation, if you like, for want of a better word, that I'm going to be running with full throttle in 2024. Still going to be involved with PHA and PFFA and other initiatives that I'm involved in. But I really wanted the opportunity to focus in on doing one-to-one healing, or certainly with small groups. And so far it's been incredible. I'll get the testimonials out this week. It's been incredible. People are coming into these sessions, and you can see from their face, their body language, the way they're speaking, how they're holding themselves, that a lot of them are really low, very low energy, feeling really impacted by everything. A lot of people are feeling very alone, very isolated, and a lot of people are frustrated because they don't know what to do next. And then give it an hour towards the end of the session, and we've gone from to, you know, energy, excitement, positivity. They're vibing, they're hungry for more, they're hungry for, what can I do now? What can I learn? What can I do for myself? And it is just so empowering for people to feel like that. So anyone who's out there struggling, anyone who just wants to connect with someone who understands, anyone who wants guidance on what to do next, or what they think is going to come next, or how to prepare for 2024, please get in touch. It's the awakeningconversation.co.uk. Go and have a look. Basic website there for now, which is fine. We'll do something with it in the new year. Get some more information on there, but all the basic information is there. I'm going to be adjusting sessions. I had them down as like 45 minutes. They need to be longer. They need to be about an hour, and I'm going to do that for the same value, so that it's more achievable for people to get involved. But it's been so beneficial for people. I've had some amazing testimonials. I've had someone send me a gift, which was from their own garden, which was so lovely. Please do reach out. There's always a way. We'll find a way. But most importantly, you need to heal. And sometimes you need a bit of a helping hand with that. And I'm very much in a position to do that. So please do reach out. And it makes me feel fantastic knowing that people are walking away feeling loved, feeling heard, feeling that they've got some direction, or they've certainly got a better comprehension of the situation. So please do get in touch. It's really important now that we help each other through this, and we've got all different skill sets. This is just mine, and I want to share that with the world. So, and then we can connect one-to-one, and it's a really wonderful way of doing things. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So that'll be going hard in 2024. A shout out to all the hub groups out there, whether you're PHA, PFFA or another, it doesn't matter. What's more important is that everyone is preparing for 2024. We can all feel it. We can all see it. We all know that there's going to be some big moves taking place. And I don't know whether the government, whether they're going to pull the electric. I don't know whether they're going to pull the internet or interfere with food deliveries. We've had BP and another saying that, you know, stalling delivery of fuel. Who knows which way this is going to go? But a little bit of advice: keep a month's worth of food in, keep your bottled water fresh as you can, make sure you've got a good first aid kit, make sure you've got candles and matches and things to do, you know, board games, things to occupy yourself or your children. Very importantly, if you've got children, plan lots of things you can do with them. If you have any medication that you need, get that in, get in your vitamins, get in all the other stuff that you're going to need to keep your body healthy. And I would also recommend that you consider how you're going to cook, things like that. I mean, it's not a mad panic, and I don't for a minute think they'll do it for too long, but there is the potential that there could be some upheaval. So get yourself into the position where you can be as self-sufficient as possible, and don't panic. I think that's the important thing. This is not going to have longevity. This is not going to be going on forever. It'll be a short-term blip where they want to ruffle feathers, or someone's trying to stop someone from doing something else, or they'll use it as a control mechanism. We know what that looks like. But I'm still very, very confident that this is exactly what needs to happen. This is the way it's going to go. And the world is waking up. Oh my goodness, you must be feeling it. The world is waking up thick and fast. I even went on a Facebook page earlier. It's like a COVID long haulers one, because I like to keep an eye on there. I mean, I've got booted off a few for making suggestions. Ironically, they were just helpful suggestions. But because I mentioned the jab, that was it. I was booted out. But I keep an eye on these things, and it's really interesting how many now are picking up on things like ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, other things like the quercetin, the zinc, the vitamin C, all the other things that we've been hearing. And they're moving into it. And then they started talking about some medication that was given in the US in a hospital that allegedly, I don't know, allegedly affects DNA. So minds are broadening, things are shifting, and these people are really trying to help themselves. And I think it's very important that we try and connect with them and help them further, because it is us versus them being the cabal, deep state, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, the bad guys. It's us versus them, and we have to remember that it isn't us versus each other. The bad guys want division. They want us split up. They want us spitting at each other. They want that. Don't give it to them. Don't feed the beast, and I think our human compassion is starting to come out more now. We were, a lot of us, very, very angry, frustrated, annoyed. There's still an element of that, and I completely understand. But we're starting to shift now. We're starting to understand the importance of us coming together as humanity, and facing off against the demons effectively. That's what's taking place. Just to side on to another part, there's so much I want to get in today. I'm so excited because I've had an opportunity to rest. I'm feeling really re-energized. My battery's nearly full again. I think by the new year it's going to be brimming. But I also think this is a really good opportunity for everyone to look at their spiritual position. I've been quite open about how I lean, where I go. I'm not here to dictate to anyone what that should look like. It is your journey. It's an individual journey, but explore it. Do please explore it. For me, it's been just the most empowering, wonderful, positive, exciting and comforting process. And every day I just feel stronger for it. So I would encourage everyone to look into that. 2024 is going to be insane. Whatever way you cut it, there is going to be so much going off, and you want to be ready. You want to be prepared. We're all going to have a role to play in this. And one of the biggest ones is picking up the pieces. So start getting those safety nets in now. Connect with your community. Reach out to your neighbours. Start forming those support groups. They're more important now than ever. If you've got the money, buy food for other people in your road and keep it stocked away if you've got the space and the money to do that. And they say, don't build your fence higher, build your table longer. And we've all got to have an element of that within us, that there are going to be others around us. We will need to reach out and help. And all that's going to do is solidify the relationships and harmony between humanity. And it's the most important time for it to happen now. I know I've been going on about it, but I still think I'm right, that this is going to be a major part of the healing, the moving forward, the creating the new, and the destruction of the old. And it all has to go hand in hand. Another thing to consider is, even when we've taken down the bad guys, we're still going to have people come in who are going to want to be a bit controlling, who are going to want to lead the way forward, but actually might not be coming in with the right energy. And we're going to have to slap them back down. We're going to have to say, no, this isn't the way forward. We're building the new in the vision that we want. And it's one based on decency and equality for all, and kindness and empathy. And it isn't profit focused. It isn't profit driven. That isn't the most important thing anymore. And we need to remember that. We've got our schools to infiltrate properly. We've got the banking system really needs to be overhauled somewhat. Central government, we don't really need much of a central government. We need to start thinking about that and how we become more powerful at a local level. And people are tired. I know you're worn out. I know you're tired. But we have to step up and do this. So take a break now. Take a breather now. You've got Christmas and New Year breaks coming up. Take all of January just to heal yourself, unless a ball drops in the meantime. Just focus on your healing. Put your phone down, walk away for a bit. Just check in here and there. But focus on you and your healing and how you can feel stronger, because you're going to need that strength moving forward. I draw mine from all sorts of places, predominantly, from God. But I'm very focused on fueling my body with the right things, going out again and getting the exercise and the fresh air, making sure I take the right vitamins to support my immunity, and emotionally making sure I do all the things I need to do to make sure I'm in a strong, vibrant, content place. And again, if you want support with that, reach out to the Awakening Conversation. I am happy to share what I do with you in a way that I feel would work for you. We're all different. We all need different approaches. But do reach out if you're struggling in any way. So that was a whole lot of information, a whole lot of stuff. You can tell I'm vibing high again, really, really energized. So much to think about, so much to be excited for. Don't fear it, embrace it. So important we do that now, because this needs to happen in order for us to bring in the new properly. So embrace it. But yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and New Year. Please relax, unwind, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of those around you. And if you haven't started doing anything in your community, the new year is the time to do it. After you've rested, get up, move forward, maybe drop leaflets through people's houses, put something up in the local, notice board or the village hall or something. Gather people together. I'm sure as heck going to be throwing a lot of my energy into doing that. And making sure that I am connected with more people in my local community, and we get Hub off the ground as quickly as we possibly can. 2024, people will need answers. People will need people to go to. People will need healing. Now is the time to make it happen. Even if you're in a flipping scout hut in the back end of nowhere, but you've got 5 or 6 people that come to you, it is worth your while. So now is the time. Go relax, have a break, re-energize, and then step into the new year ready to make a difference, ready to take action. So much love to all of you. God bless, and we'll speak in the new year.